My name is Adam Bingham from ICX Technologies, and I'm here to demonstrate the Fido Verdict handheld explosives and narcotics identification unit. Fido Verdict is a handheld Raman spectroscopy unit for the identification of unknown narcotics and explosives. To demonstrate how to use it, first you begin by checking that it's calibrated using the polystyrene reference standard attached to the bottom. You press the polystyrene reference standard against the tip and press the interlock in, so allowing the laser to activate. Press the laser action button once to arm the system and a second time to begin the laser action. It starts reading the sample with laser on and then laser off and continues until the analyzing data process starts. As that process starts, the measurement is essentially over and you can check the reference standard. So return polystyrene, which again is the plastic material here, with a 5-bar match. Fido Verdict's matching system shows bars indicating the quality of the matches, with 5 filled bars being the top possible match. It also returns the top 3 matches for the user to sift through in case there may be other factors at play. So our second item we'll try is baking soda inside a plastic bag. So one of the advantages of Raman spectrometers for identification is they work between both identifying things through plastic bags or through glass vials, really any clear container. So even though Fido Verdict isn't in direct contact with the baking soda, it can still identify it. So again, the process is press the sample against the tip, press the tip in, and then arm the system and begin laser action. Again, laser on for no more than 6 seconds. Fido Verdict is limited in the amount of time it will allow the laser be on for user safety. It follows the same amount of time for the off cycle. And then we get to the analyzing data section where the measurement is essentially done and the computer will process the signal. Return baking soda with a 4-bar match. Baking soda would be a useful thing to distinguish as a white powder from perhaps other illicit substances such as narcotics or cocaine. Our next sample is ammonium nitrate. It's a little more suspicious substance than the baking soda, not necessarily illicit. Ammonium nitrate is fertilizer, but is also used in many homemade explosives and itself as an explosive, though you need a higher explosive to detonate it. Again, we're in the bag. We have a small amount of the ammonium nitrate pearls in the corner of the bag, and we're going to press Verdict against the sample to test it. Same process as before, single button to arm, the second press to begin the laser on action. It begins reading the sample, laser off, we're still reading the sample, and analyzing data, in which we are effectively done. So place the sample down, and we should return ammonium nitrate here. Again, we get a 4-bar match for ammonium nitrate. Second match, silver nitrate, and a third match to barium nitrate. And again, these are all nitro-contained compounds, so perhaps not surprising that we would expect to see the spectra of this be close to other nitrates. However, Fido Verdict still shows discrimination between similar compounds and in fact did not identify this as ammonium nitrate. So we'll exit out of here, and we're going to try something in a vial next to show kind of the different sampling conditions under which someone in the field might use Fido Verdict. The things in a bag are a frequent container, but liquids are also a strength of Raman spectroscopy. This is a vial containing a 30% hydrogen peroxide solution. Hydrogen peroxide is a common agent used in homemade explosives and liquid-based explosives. To use this, we have to change the Verdict setting slightly, in which the tip, which is configured for plastic bags, now needs to be screwed in so we can transmit the laser light through the glass vial. So we begin by just using the same process. I screwed in the tip to adjust, and then we're going to press Fido Verdict up against the glass sample and begin the acquisition process. We've armed the system and begin reading the sample with laser on, laser off, still reading the sample, and the analysis phase begins. And this is hydrogen peroxide. And Fido Verdict returns a 5-bar matched hydrogen peroxide. So that's an example of sampling liquids with Fido Verdict. The last example would be sampling a solid inside Fido Verdict. Here we have potassium dichromate, a orange oxidizing substance which is often found in fireworks and potentially in homemade explosives. So we have the tip down for the glass vial, and we follow the exact same procedure as before. So we can arm, reading sample, laser on, reading sample, laser off, and analysis. Again, Fido Verdict has targeted libraries, so we're focused on explosives and narcotics. It returns oxidizer, K for potassium dichromate, 5-bar match. So we've accomplished exactly what we were looking for.